Thank you.
And, oh, it's lovely to see folks joining, people we haven't seen in a long time, like Liz, not in person anyway. Hi. And people. Hi. Lovely to see you. And
I've always wanted to join you, and today's the perfect day. I needed some group practice for Losar, and I got so many Facebook messages saying join us. So here I am.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. Thank you. And
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Practicing together in Losar that's what we're doing here. And greetings to everyone. And I think a number of people either we haven't met or don't quite know you. Well, we're very glad you're here. And if you're on YouTube, we'd love for you to join so that we can see you. So I see Karen and Nyrun. Hi. I don't think we've met. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Hey, Regina. Nice to see you. Albrecht, Christina. Yeah. Stephanie and Jack. Jeff again. Hi. You're a stalwart today. Appreciate that. And Erica again. Hi. Well, it is 1 o'clock, so we'll begin. Kwang. So welcome everyone, whether you're on YouTube or with us online. And of course, if you're on YouTube, we really would love to know that you're here.
If you could switch over to Zoom, it would be wonderful.
Emily has posted the link for you anytime, even if you don't want to spend the whole time on YouTube. So, I mean, online, on Zoom. Some folks don't, we understand. Come when you can. We're here to be together to practice Green Tara. This is this year our focus. We like to practice together during the Losar period, the period of the miraculous display by our teacher, the Buddha. And between now and the full moon, the first full moon of Losar, we are told, and our Tibetan teachers especially emphasize, this is a very powerful time for practice. Our merit, even a moment of, oh, may all be well in this world, may all beings be well, is 100 million times more powerful than it is at other times. May it be so. So in that spirit, we today are practicing Green Tara, and we have several practices through this Losar period, Green Tara. You're welcome to join as many as you can. And today, since it is our first practice of the Losar period, I would like to offer just a brief introduction to this practice. Many of you are already very well familiar with it. It was the first sadhana practice that Ajahn Pela Rinpoche introduced to our various sanghas around the world. And we hold it very dearly and very closely as a gift from him. And it is, as you can see on the opening page, and we did post our most recent Tara edition, which is actually 2019, and that's available for you to download. If you have an older copy, it's okay. It's not that different, but this one is upgraded 2019. So this, as you may well remember, or it's wonderful for us to acknowledge, this Green Tara practice is from the Ösel Dorje Sangha of Adzom Trukpa. Adzom Trukpa, not so long ago, died in 1924, and a very significant figure in the Longchen Nyingtik tradition in Eastern Tibet during his time. Next Saturday, and next 2 Saturdays, Adzom Gyaltse Rinpoche is going to tell us about the biography, teach us about the life story of Adzom Trukpa. And some of us have been reading it occasionally over the last couple of years. It's an amazing story. So a plug for that. If you're interested, please come. That'll be 9 to 11 Central Time next Saturday and the Saturday after. So why is it called the Ösel Dorje Sangha? It is a treasury because it contains all of the main characteristics, categories on which the Dzogchen teachings are based: ground, path, and fruit. Shila Mandre, are all present there. And thus it is a treasure. It is also, in that sense, a treasure of the grace mind, the enlightened awareness, the Gongyu of all of the Buddhas. So it is precious. It is a secret because it's not usually recognized. So in the Tibetan, Ösel Dorji Sang, Zhe means treasure. So I've explained it's treasure because it's the grace mind of all the Buddhas. It's the ground path and fruit of the Dzogchen teachings. It's Sang, secret, because not usually recognized. It's adamantine, Vajra-like, because it is unassailable by causes and conditions. It is immutable. And it is luminous. To speak about light and luminosity in the Dzogchen tradition is to remind us again that in truth, if we see things the way they are, if we know our own nature and recognize that that very nature is everywhere, we are in a state of indivisibility, unto-ness, non-dual. And light is like that. Light isn't divided up into chunks. It streams. So that is the significance of light here. And from among those treasures, which is, it's quite a thick collection of revelation. So Ajahn Trungpa was a terten, a treasure revealer, as is our teacher, Ajahn Pela Rinpoche. And this teaching on green Tara, the liberator, the liberatress, Pakma, Pakma is a Tibetan word for Aryan, noble, sublime. She is, for us in the moment as we practice, we understand her to be the most sublime of all beings in cyclic existence and nirvana. She is connected with Prajnaparamita, with Yeshit Sogel. She is, you surely have your own experience of green Tara, and that is important. And even if you're new to her, even just looking at her image conveys something. She's green, the tenderness of young shoots in springtime. She's the freshness about her. Green is the color of the air element and the related with the wisdom of all accomplishing wisdom. She green and the air element, its quintessential characteristic of air or wind is movement. Yangxing Yoa, to define in Tibetan, light and moving. So she is the source of the activities of all the 21 Taras. She is, in fact, the source of all the activities of all of the Buddhas. She is, in fact, at the root of the display of all movement whatsoever. You move your arm, Tara is there. Movement ultimately is associated with the air element, and Tara is an expression of the quintessential pure dimension of the air element. Air is soft. She is tender. She is swift as the wind. It's one of her characteristics. She comes immediately when needed to help. That is her vow for eons to benefit beings. She practiced for many eons to acquire the merit to awaken in female form. This was important to her from the beginning. She is gentleness personified. She is someone in whose presence we relax. We are filled with trust to rely on her, trust to connect with her. So this practice is fun about connecting with green Tara. And this is possible for us because her dimension of wisdom, the purity of all of the elements, these are also already within us. That's an important aspect. It's our own nature that makes it possible for us to connect with green Tara. It's not like she comes to us as a stranger and we hang out for a while and, do I like her? Do I not? It's not that kind of relationship. As Rumi says, lovers don't suddenly meet each other somewhere. They're in each other all along. And of course, he's talking metaphorically, and this is divine love. Divine is not something that is new, although it may be newly recognized and new in our experience. And we practice to bring it forth into our experience. And this is possible for us because it's already a part of us. She is already a part of us. The Buddha nature is already a part of us. So it's all a very gentle process. In some sense, it's an unfolding of the deepest and best and most tender and emptily pure aspect of our own minds. We have a chance to dance with this in this practice. And as we begin, there's a verse that we will read silently. Foreseeing our becoming green Tara, our seeking refuge. We seek refuge, safety from fear and discord. And there are so many people seeking safety from terrifying fear and discord as we speak. We would like our practice to benefit them. In the refuge, and this is her commitment, her samaya, her vow to help us in this way. And it's also our commitment to respond through practice and connection with her. Namo, homage, we want to be free from fear and suffering. It's the bottom line. We don't like it. No one likes it. Even an ant, if you put something in its path, it'll be concerned. It will go in a different direction. Every living being wants its own safety, wants to be free from fear. And so we offer our acknowledgement of this and we say, I'm ready to rely on you, Green Tara. I'm ready to trust you. And when we do this, at least the way I like to feel into it, take a little moment to, it doesn't take long, but take that moment to rest. Trust is to become a body of trust. A body of trust, that would mean relaxed, feeling that, yes, this is arising. It's not like I have to get on the telephone and make some complicated plea. Tara is ready. We seek to be ready, and she will come. So the first two lines are taking refuge in her, and then also giving rise to bodhicitta. Both are aspirational bodhicitta. May all beings be happy, have its causes of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering and its causes. That's our aspiration. And then actual or the active bodhicitta is what we're doing with this practice. We're cultivating that tender heart of bodhicitta. Bodhisattva called always crying. A tender heart, and we vow to protect every being. She does, we do. In some sense, we're singing a duet with her because this is her intention, and now we recognize it as our intention. And then with Zahum Bum Ho, and I believe that we have a video for the various mudras that are in this practice, and you're welcome to get that and practice it as you like. I won't spend too much time on it, but Za, so we're summoning Tara. This is like the Vajra hook. Za Hung. This is the lasso. The metaphors, old world metaphors. I could connect. Lasso her in. Of course she doesn't. She's not going to tug on the lasso. She's ready. This is expressing our side of the interest in it. Vajra links, bum, become inseparable, and then stabilize. So then everything dissolves. And we have a moment of pure emptiness, which is also a fullness of powerful potential. And rising out of that emptiness, the sound tum, which is a seed syllable of green Tara, it too is green. And you can see the shape of the tum here. Lama Tsultrim made this beautiful tum that we like to replicate in all of our green Tara practices. It's the life force of Tara. It's also the symbol of the Dharmadhatu, which we've been talking about. The Dharmadhatu, your Buddha nature, all suffusing Buddha nature. This is all expressed here in the Tam. In some sense, it's the seeds, it's called the seed syllable. In some sense, she, we, as, so this Tam, so Tara is a union, Patrul Rinpoche says, is a union of wisdom and compassion. She's the energy of compassion. She's always ready. The wind is always ready to move. She is always ready to come. And also, she is a wisdom dakini. She is a union of wisdom and compassionate responsiveness. And this is really what gives rise to the Tam, our recognizing that, our feeling that it's your mind that becomes the Tam. Your compassionate intention, your empty mind becomes this Tam in space. And then we acknowledge that this Tam indicates to us the pure nature of everything. So all things in essence are always pure. Everything is empty is one way to say it. Everything arises from and through the Dharmadhatu. That's really the final nature of everything. So that's pure. This is a mansion beyond dualistic seeing and seer. So we are imagining that this occurs. There's a lotus, a moon. There's no sun here because she herself is the sun. And just like that, we become green Tara. We are green Tara. Your mind, which until now has been thinking about you as, in your ordinary form, but that mind collapsed back with the Zahum Bum Ho. Everything dissolved into you. You melted into space. And now, just like gentle lightning arising in space, just all at once. This is the style of this practice, not stage by stage generation practice, which some of you are familiar about in other context. This is in Gechik Tenzok, it's called, Dzogchen Way. Gechik means moment, Tenzok means recollection, Gechik Tenzok, complete. So just complete recollection of Tara in one moment. And there you are, you're Tara. Now, it's very helpful, and I think we'll begin when we actually do the practice to gaze at the image of Tara, get that image in your mind. Then you can easily just rise as her. She is one face, expressing Chigun Nyakchik, in a sense, the one dimensionness of all things, Tigle Nyakchik, unbounded wholeness, the wholeness of all things. All things are, in their essence, pure. They're not as different as they seem to us. They're different. They have different color, shapes, and functions. But, all clouds are nothing but moisture, whatever shape or color they take on. And they all emerge within space, melt into space. So all of our ordinary appearances emerge from the Dharmadhatu space of our minds, dissolve back into it. And one face can remind us of that. She is a Longo, a Sambhogakaya form. Her right leg is curved, showing her alacrity to come forward. She has generosity indicated by her right hand, which takes the wind out of fear and pain. So that's what we wished for in the first section, refuge. May I be, I seek to be free of fear and pain. And now here she is addressing that exactly. The fresh Utpala flower blooms at her ear. Utpala is a very rare flower. It's a symbol of the Bodhisattva. So you're a Bodhisattva as you're arising as Tara, a Bodhisattva who is active in the world, without being seduced or encumbered by the foulness of the world. The lotus is also a symbol of that. Lotus grows in the mud. So we are Tara right here in the midst of great chaos in our own world, but that nature is never destroyed or diminished in any way. Light flows out from us, endless and clear. We invite boundless wise ones, boundless wisdom beings, and they become one with me. So you're being empowered to do this practice. And then we greet the noble Tara with the proper respect. O Maria Tara Sababenja Samayadza, O noble Tara, and the great pledge beings, those who have taken pledges, made commitments like Tara, who are in the mandala with you. I bow to you. This is a non-dual kind of bow, recognizing that we also have wisdom. We are Tara now. We are all awakened beings. We bow within a sense of tremendous connectivity. This is part of how we connect with Tara, by bowing within this kind of understanding. And then the 5 offerings to the 5 senses. Another way to connect with her, again, there's a video of, I think it was Gurmit Sering doing the mudras, and you can learn that if you like over the next few days. And then this is kind of her theme song, Freeing Suffering, All Buddhas Yum. She's the mother of all Buddhas. She, like Prajnaparamita, she's a wisdom dakini. She is an embodiment of wisdom. And wisdom is the passageway to becoming awakening. Awakening means compassion united with wisdom. In that sense, she's our mother. She's the mother of all the Buddhas. Colored true green blue, swift heroine, praise and homage, kind, sublime lady. But and again, we're offering this to her and to her. She is we are Tara, she is Tara. There's a sense as much as possible of unto-ness here. We get to explore our capacity for that. So, and now we come to the distilled description of what we hold in mind as we do the mantra. On the heart moon, so there's a flat moon disk at your heart as Tara. There's a green thumb standing on it. And the mantra, Om Taritam Soha, moves counterclockwise, as with all the dakini. You can set it up left to right, but it moves counterclockwise around the thumb. And light pours out to all of the green light goes out. With this first mantra, green light goes out, and it goes out to all of the green Taras and all of the green Tara Pure Lands, and asks for and receives back all of the blessings and light and joy and bliss. As it says, one great sameness, bliss becomes. So as you're sounding this first mantra, Om Taritam Soha, Om Taritam Soha. So you send out light and that's an offering to all of the green Taras and green Tara Pure Lands all around you. And of course they respond and they send light back to you. And there's joy associated with this. Joy is a very important part. Joy is actually, it's the unbounded, boundless joy, among the 4 measurables. It's boundless joy that is associated with the all-accomplishing wisdom and the element of air. These are all connected. And so we are reminded of that, or we don't have to remember anything. We can just feel, yes, joy. Joy is energy for practice. Joy is part of the first type of faith that is developed, often calling clarifying devotion, clarifying faith, which I like to translate as heartfelt confidence. It's just taking delight, really, when you look at how it's defined. It's taking delight in the Dharma and your teacher, in this case, in green Tara. There's a pleasure in it. And that wakes us up. That itself wakes us up, Rinpoche would remind us. So we are being blessed into purity again and again, and experiencing that. We become more and more entarad, you might say, as we sound this mantra. And then with Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha, that's the action mantra. And here we're sending out light now to the entire universe, removing all obstacles. Om Soha, the first and last two syllables of this mantra, well, they're actually in both mantras, is a way of removing obstructions. So we're asking and feeling that we, as Tara, are removing obstructions to all beings throughout space, even the ones who are bombing, and certainly the ones who are being bombed. For our sensibility at this moment, with the aspiration that somehow it may be of help to the world, we see them as Taras, all the 5 different colors, Taras. And they sing with us. All the 21 Taras are singing with us. Our voices are joined with theirs. The world is pure. We are purifying appearances. This is, Jigme Lingpa said that the main thing about Gerum, creation phase tantric practice, which here, as I said, is very quick. It's just all in one moment. It's not through stages of generation. However, the main thing, Jigme Lingpa says, of a creation phase practice is to recognize everything as pure. No matter what it looks like to, or this is hard, right? Especially now, no matter what it looks like to ordinary mind, its nature is pure, and its nature is what endures. All of the obscuring, frightening, or delightful appearances to ordinary mind, they're nothing but unrecognized display of wisdom. We take them as far too real, and in taking them as real, we separate ourselves from a direct experience of our own nature. So this practice is a practice of seeing everything as pure, and to help us with that, we imagine the whole universe turning into Taras, singing with us. And by the way, the letters, as they move around our heart, they are also sounding the mantra themselves. And sometimes, maybe in your experience, it's less like you're doing anything, but the letters are sounding. They're sounding through your throat. And I think this is part of what it means to feel like you're beginning to get out of your own way. It's only our being in our own way and failing to recognize what we are that, prevents us from living in this purity, no matter what's going on. A big challenge, not to deny that. So we do that, and we'll probably do about, I'm not sure, 6 or 9 rounds of the first mantra. So then we do 1/3 of that for the second mantra. And then we purify, as always. I think you all are familiar with this, with the vowels and consonants, which correct which are after all the sounds that we've been using, the alphabet. They correct any mistakes that we might have made. And we say also the Vajrasattva mantra, again, to purify anything that might still need purification. And we say the Ye Dhamma mantra, the mantra of dependent arising, because we understand that we are setting up auspicious circumstances for our actually fully realizing our nature, manifesting as green Tara, benefiting the world, as we so long to do, I'm sure, especially these days. And then we read what we trust will occur, that we seek out signs of actually meeting Tara, either in vision or in dream, or at the very least recalling her through saying her mantra. Again, we close with offering with her theme song. And we won't do the tzok today. We'll save that. We'll do it on the 12th and or the 18th in our last practices. So then we'll just go straight to the protector prayers. So that is a gentle reminder of practicing. And I'll add one or two things each time as we meet this week. Rinpoche would say, don't talk too much, give too much. So I hope this has been enough for the moment. And I know many of you are deeply familiar with this practice in any case. So we'll practice it together. Lung Tanda, Lung Jela. Jela?
Wherever you wish.
Jela? So let us start, and I'll close with the transmission. We'll consider this also a kind of warming up for the transmission. Okay, if you have questions, you could write them in the chat. We may not get to them today, or if you would like to write Anna Dawn Mountain during the week, I can address those questions when we meet again. And even if you can't make it in person, I think it will be available online. I don't know for sure. Emily will know, but I think so. So that can be a way to strengthen your practice also. So I invite you now to, yes, they're recorded. Thank you, Emily. Take your ease. There's really nothing to be done. Tara is already within. Your seat is supporting you. Take a moment to feel the support of the seat on which you rest, on which you can rely. And if you like, recall that you are, in fact, being supported from the very center of the earth, which is directly beneath you. And even as you begin to let go a bit, feel more relaxed, perhaps you can drop your attention down deep into your belly, the dough, navel center, navel chakra, because that's the most supportive ground in the body. And it supports your heart as well. And then when you feel that a little more ease is available, and this is a template for something you can do at your own pace anytime. Settle in your belly, relaxed in heart. And let your eyes gently open so that they fall on the image of green Tara. Maybe you have your book in front of you. And let that image come into your eyes, come into your heart. Again, there's nothing to do. It's just allowing it. It's naturally appearing to you. This is a pith instruction from Rinpoche. And then close your eyes and maybe you still see her. And if you do, this is what you're about to look like. And if it's helpful, take a moment to remember a time when you felt tender, open, and safe. Safe. trusting. Trust that was well-grounded, well-founded. Can be fear around trust, especially if there have been misuses of your trust or betrayals. It might come up. We're looking for the place as possible for you where you can feel into trust. It's a safe environment. Tara, she can be trusted. So let's begin, and we'll simply sing through the practice. Oh no, I have it. Okay. So read from your heart, not just with your brain. Read from your heart, silently. I'll sing it in English, Tibetan, and English, if you can sing it whichever language you prefer. So you just looked at Tara. You might like to look at her again. And open your eyes if you like and feel that you still see her. Attended by infinite Taras, if you like, but mainly her. Namo, to be free from fear and suffering, sublime Tara, refuge heart I trust. Wishful active bodhicittas raise and vow to protect every being. Namo Jigtang Dungal Dugale Drolchir Pakmadrol Magyap King Gordon Muntang Juk Bei Jang Jup Sem J Day Yi Chen Drogun Kyovar Tam Jo. Namo, to be free from fear and suffering, sublime Tara, refuge heart I trust. Wishful active bodhicittas raise and vow to protect every being. Sa, Hong, Bum, Ho, divine host, dissolve in me. Tam. All things essence, always pure, mansion beyond seen seer. In its midst lotus and moon, on which green Tom now becomes jade syndrome, body green. One face, two hands, peaceful smile. Rich form complete, right leg curved, Right hand supreme gift mudra. Takes wind out of fear and pain. At heart left's 3-gem mudra. Fresh Utpala blooms at ear. Glowing light endless and clear. Expands, invites from the sphere. Boundless wise ones, one with me. Om Ariyatare Saparivara Benja Samayadza Tishta Benja Tam Atipuho Tashida Ho Agampayam Pushpe Dupe Aloke Gande Naividya Shabda Rupa Shabda Gande Rasa Sparshe Tame Pachichaho Bencha Barinda Rakta Ka. Freeing suffering, all Buddha's yom. Color, true green, blue, swift heroine. Rich form gem dispels fiends, blocks, and foes. Praise and homage, kind, sublime lady. On my heart moon stands green Tom, round it mantra strands whose rays flow forth, return, fill to needs, one great sameless bliss become. Om Taridam Soha, Om Taridam Soha, Om Taridam Soha, Om Taridam Soha. Om Taridam Soha, Om Taridam Soha. Om Taridam Soha, Om Taridam Soha. Om Taridam Soha, Om Taridam Soha, Om Taridam Soha, Om Taridam Soha. Om Daridam Soha, Om Daridam Soha, Om Daridam Soha, Om Daridam Soha. Om Taridam Soha, 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 Om Taridam Soha.
Soho.
Om Tari Dam Soho.
All right, so
Om Tari Dam Soho.
all right, so
Om Tari Dam Soho. Om Tari.
hey, hey, so
Om Tare. Om Sari Dam Soha. Om Dare to Dare Ture 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 Soha. Om Tare to Tare to Re So. 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 Om Tare to Tare to Re So.
Sorry. Dare, Dare. Dare to Dare to Re So. Om Dare to
Tare to Re So.
Dare. Om Dare to Dare. Dare to Dare. To Dare to Re. Dare to Dare.
Om Tare to Tare to Re So.
Dare to Dare.
Om Tare to Tare to Re So.
Untitled.
Untitled Soha. Untitled. Om Tare Tare Ture Soha. Ai uri ai wanga kakakakna Om Ai uri ai wanga kakakakna Oh, but that is the name of the liberty of that. She did never was, it never was, that I never won, or I never was, she didn't have to suffer conditions and they didn't she don't go home. Ha ha ha, ho, baga one, Sabbath, they got the regiment, the Jabapam was to me, Ai, uri, I, oh, na, katakana, Papa Maya, the Shakasa. Om bende sate samaya manakaya bende sate dinama tishiti mevoa sitakaya mevoa sapakaya mevoa anurata mevoa sabatiri mevoa sapakaya sitame titam jivan karo ha bhagavan sabata gata vajimane mujhe vajibaba ma samaya tada ahom
Idama. Idama.
Did it? Didn't do it? Did it? Yedama, Hitabawa, Tintikam Hia Wada, Tikamshi Honorable, Badi Ma Shramana, so Yedama, Hitabawa, Tikamtikam Tagato Hia Wada, Tikamshi Honorable, Badi Ma Shramana, so Yedama, Hitabawa, Tintikam Tagato Hia Wada, Tikamshi Honorable, Badi Ma Shramana, so. Om Ariatara Saparivara Agam Padyam Pushpe Tupe Aloke Gande Naividya Shabda Rupa Shabda Gande Rasa Sparshe Tamapati Chaho Bencha Balinda Rakta Ka. freeing suffering, all Buddha's yum. Color true green blue, swift heroine. Rich form gem dispels fiends, blocks, and foes. Praise and homage, kind sublime lady. You can resolve back into emptiness. And then, in one moment of recollection, you instantly arise again as green Tara. Please stay relaxed as green Tara, or simply relax. And this is the oral transmission. This is Dorji Sangzule, Papadroma Jangmo Shuk So. Namo Ayataraye, Mitun Chikle Gavatang, Chotungundup to the Nam, Gelgun Gayum Jituma, Droman Yurma, Pamo Drup, Samaya. Namo Chicken Later Chia Bamadroma, Gavin Nimberdan, and Jimmy James and Jamie, Yichin Drogun Dig. Gichin Drogun, Gawar Tamjo, Za Home, Bomb Hole, Suction Run like Timba Gior. Tom, Chicken Wagani Talk, since it's related, they, Shay Kongo Pede Ding. Tamik Jungle Yong Your Bay, Jason Doma Gundog Jang, Shashi Chani, Shitum She, Lungu Cheto Yegang Roll, Chaye Chukchin Chakya Yi, Chitan Dunga, Ukjin Se, Chayan Tugar, Choksum Gie, Niente Utpalalang Che, Mumea Ser Tangjet Ser, Yinga Yesheba, Pame Chintang Yerme Jur, Omaria Tara Saparagara Benza Samaya, Tishabajam Atibu or Tishidaho. Agam Padyam Pushpe Dupe Alki Gandina, Via Shabda Rupa Shabda Gandera, Saspashi Dama Padijaho, Panchapadenda Dr. Kahi. Gawagan Yunjun Gundroma, Yumapama Chango Margadan, Longagan, Dugek Dalai Gil, Papa Tuche Chinla Chaksel, Tugardan, Tamik Jan, Naki Tame Korale. Esa Chindu Chiniche Nyami Dewa Chimba Jur Tadidam So Tadidam So Tadidam So Tadidam So Aha Ai Uri Iowanga Kakakakana Papa Papa Maya she is a Hangya Betis of Mayama the Paliabitis of Bettina Patisha Titumi was Sitame was Supercame under to me was Savisi Media Sasakama Sitami Room Ha Bagaman Savas Either my travel item to come to here, I did the gun generally everybody Mashamana so now she rocking Tamatang later rally. Dr. Bedruna Sumri, Chitrub Dang, and they again. Nadan Shi, Table Yundan Yeshe Ge, Lungsing Nama Wang to do. Dundan Choke Rangi to Omaria Tara Sapari Vara Ben Sagan Badian Putpe Dupe Alkigan in Ividia Rushabda. Naividya Shabda Rupa Shabda Gandhi Rasa Spa Shade and Rajaho Panchabalin Director Kahi Gawakuni doing Gindroma Yama Power Jungle Market Dang Lungagan and Dugik Dala Gale Pame Tuche Chena Child Cell Jana Sudden Sinam Sham Chabal Gurwe Ngake La Branyam Kamoma Home Rangi Tuge Segi Jason Zuma Jamala, Zasum Yatso, Toki Gore, Chenta, Pede de la Shuk, Nime Kube Chaxel Pool, Alala Ho. Agam Padyan Pupe Dupe, Alkiganina, Vidya Shabda Rupa Shabda Gande Rasa Sparshe, Damagan Sakra Kahi, Putzakaka Kahi. Om Taritam Soha, Gana Sakra Putzakaka Kahi, Om Taritam Soha, Gana Sakra Putzakaka Kahi, Om Taritam Soha, Gana Sakra Putzakaka Kahi, Jerik Pultar, Tamal Mojar, Gunken Chmeling Bed, Sokdu Shuk, So Ramyam Kamoma Home. Zokse doing Yeshiro began, Zok Shit Sokta Dixie Lama Tang, Dinsun Kingo Niam Yeshida, Kawa Kandatam Tichunamli. Dear Shake Long Chisoka Chiba, Shake Elton Nontan Tashi Nasa Shak, China Party Singing Sudra, Akrashila Chine Chuba Om Guru Devada Kini Kana Takapuzo Utsitabalinda Kahi Ho Gongshi Jetsum Pagma Yum Dakni Mare Guangdu Song Tamsit Nyamcha Geltril Shore Nongo Gyoto Menche Dom Duyan Tutsi Tsokche Di Tsokni Dzogshing Nyamchak Shak Taksang Choktung Yundrub So Samaya Shude Tsoki Cheba Yendu Ro Alala Ho Oma Ho Mahasuka Siddhi Alala Ho Tusi Ro Shing Lakma Sham Ranyam Kam Sangyang Chi Tru Oma Ho Maha Ho Hri Sabadakini Pam Pam Utsita Bakashi Pahinda Kahi Hahi Gan Se Numan Shashing Sheba Ju Tsok Tamgu Mundrub Tob Samaya Gya Rixin Lama Gingor Du Tsoki Chebo Pua Yi Dakshin Joa Maluba Gingor Chiktu Jubar Shum Home Belden Ekazadi Dan Council Capture Rahala Times Doji Likoso Niki Evidences of Niki Evidences to Times to do to Doma Pool Nosa Daka Gunko Chel Chowichin My El Droop Gesa Soldier Gay don't you want your dolly gabba jades on the century no data cell that isn't you could have a lot of cherry in the Gary T New the dog Jason Thomas Junior to Richie Jamalabadi Salago Bar Show Gary Gunyum Dunga Gunjoma Numa Bama Junga Margate Dan long again and Duke Dalai Gal Hakma Tukche Chinla Tashi Show Om Swasti the major nature tradition deed and Diego Bimshin Drew make to ten jets of the sunbow, Shabbat and she didn't cap sure. Om Swasti, Raption Gawi Gungi Tindogi, Jason Noman, Mountain Shima Wang, two a sugar shade of Tissa Shabbat and she didn't gun sure. Non direction Langa Chigang, good in Yeshi Roll, Gemley Bar, Substance Yells of Chim and Yamba, Yemi Tuki, Tigle Roar, Chick Show. So that included the Tzok, which we'll do in a later time, but you have the lung for it, as well as the protector prayers that we're about to do now and the dedication prayers. You have the transmission for all of that, which I received from Adzam Rinpoche. And he from Adzam Trukpa and back to the source, this Samanta Bhadra. So we will offer here in our custom is to sing. So Ekadzati is the protectress of the Dzogchen teachings. Very close, Adzam Rinpoche is very close. He saw her once on the way actually to a Holiness retreat in California. We got lost and we were driving around in the dark and we were very worried. And he said, oh, I just saw Ekadzati. So we sing it 3 times in Tibetan, then once in English, and then 3 times again in Tibetan. With the Gesar, with whom Rinpoche is very deeply identified, a great hero of Tibet, we sing that 3 times, English, Tibetan, English. Are you good? Okay, and Namgyal Dorji is offering it here for all of us. Hong Belden Ekadzati Tang. Hong Belden Ekadzati Tang. Kansa Churahula, Tanjin Dorje Leka Sol, Niki Nimba Densu So, Kansa Tisi Dormapu, Elsa Dakla Gongo Cho, Cho Tinle Maya, Hong Belden Ekadzati Tang, Kansa Churahula, Tanjin Dorje Leka Sol, Niki Nimba Densu So, Kansa Tisi Dormapu, Elsa Dakla Gongo Cho, Cho Tinle Maya, Hong Belden Ekadzati Tang, Kansa Churahula, Tanjin Dorje Leka Sol, Niki Nimba Densu So, Kansa Tisi Dormapu, Elsa Dakla Gongo Cho, Choe Tinle Maya, Hong Glorious Ekadzati and Rishi Vishnu Rahula, Standorje like for all hardest and Skardi and host. Take the stormers and nectar, guard this yogi, give refuge, keep your trust, your deeds alive. Hong Belden Ekadzati down, Kachik Rahula, Tamjin Dorje like the soul, Niki Nyamba Densu so, Tamsi Tisi Dormapo, Nasra Dakla Gonko Cho, Choe Tinle Maya, Hong Belden Ekadzati down, Kachik Rahula, Tamjin Dorje like the soul, Niki Nyamba Densu so, Tamsi Tisi Dormapo, Nasra Dakla Gonko Cho, Choe Tinle Maya, Hong Belden Ekadzati down, Kachik Rahula, Tamjin Dorje like the soul, Niki Nyamba Densu so, Tamsi Tisi Dormapo, Nasra Dakla Gonko Cho, Choe Tinle Maya. Ge. Heed, Lord of all things, winning warrior, world's great lion, a jewel who tames foes, and the 30 brave heroes with you we pray offer, please do your sworn deeds. Get you want your Dalai Gilbert Jade, Talon Sinchen over Dada Cell, Baba Suchu, Court and Jebala, Sola Chewe Chewe Nature. Get you want your Dalai Gilbert Jade, Lord of all things, winning warrior, world's great lion, a jewel who tames foes, and the 30 brave heroes with you. We pray offer, please do your sworn deeds. By this good may I swiftly once become Jetsun Droma, lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground, freeing suffering all Buddha's yom, color true green blue swift heroine, rich form gemmed dispels fiends blocks and foes, grant good fortune kind sublime lady. Om Swasti. Flawless refuge sources give blessings, teacher, protector, kind Dharma Lord, Jorme Tuften Jatso, wondrous good, lotus feet ever, deeds everywhere. Oh, we meant to, it's not here, but the long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. If you have it at hand, Emily can show it. Otherwise, we'll just sing it. In a pure land ringed by snow mountains, source of bliss and benefit for all, powerful Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezi, lotus feet please stay hundreds of years, fill vast space with your activities. Jetsuma, she herself an emanation of Tara, Rinpoche's sister in this life and also in their previous lives as children of Azam Trukpa. Om Swasti, through all infinite Buddha's truth power, revered Tara's Tulku Chime Wang, sublime share of Chitso Tulku's play, lotus feet ever, deeds everywhere. Na sight, sounds, minds are God's mantras, true forms. Buddha forms wisdom in endless play. Through this profound and secret practice, be one with the one taste heartedly. Do you have the Faithful Student song? That you can show it?
It would take me a couple minutes.
Sure.
In the meantime, everyone, if you're new to Dawn Mountain, I have put in the chat a link to our newsletter so that if you'd like to know about more events going on at Dawn Mountain, you can check out our newsletter and join us. Lamas, what month is Amitabha?
What month is Amitabha?
Yes, when do you think we'll have Amitabha practices?
We missed it. They didn't tell us. It was late November, early December, and they forgot. Somebody forgot. So I'm sorry. You're welcome to practice it at any time. We could get together and practice it. We will practice Tara again this Monday, Wednesday, and the 2 Saturdays. Friday the 12th and the 18th, Saturday that closes the Losar practice period.
It's Saturday the 12th and Friday the 18th.
Thank you. that not what I said? Probably not. Okay. So this is also a spontaneously arisen song from Ajahn Pela Rinpoche, made when they were building Shari Hlakang, a beautiful story. They were carrying rocks for about 3 miles, really big rocks, the nuns, and Rinpoche came forth with this song to hearten them in their difficulty. I think we all need heartening in difficulty. Okay. We sing it to the simpler melody. I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence says, do you not fear your death? Good and faithful student. The 5 skandhas gather and disperse, who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts, engage Dharma wholly, good and faithful student. This false world will deceive, be free of attachment, pursue liberation, good and faithful student. Your mind not too pointed, with unchanging faithful love, Lama walks with Loma, good and faithful student. Your Meitupten Jatso, when heart holds in Lama, there's no better guidance. Keep heart talk in your heart. Aho, alalaho, pleasing place song I offer. Alalaho, pleasing place song I offer. And we dedicate all of our merit. We did formally dedicate it to our teachers in the world. And we'll also take a moment to dedicate to those close to you and in your hearts. We have a short verse that we sing. If Emily can get to it, we'll see it on screen. Otherwise, we'll just sing it. And we'll light this lamp to symbolize the light we send out. And at that moment, send your light as you would like. You're still Tara, green Tara, or you can be again in a moment. And as Tara, send light out to all the world and to specific individuals. And then we'll close. I'll ask you to unmute and we'll sound ah together, and that'll be our closing. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. And if you would like to unmute, we'll sound ah, send the sound and the light to all beings throughout space, and especially those in your sphere of concern. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for us being together, and carry this forward and be well. Lovely to see you again, to see you newly. You too, we're glad you were here. Let us know you were here. Otherwise, we don't know. And if you'd like to send questions, think at the beginning of each of our Tara sessions, I'll respond or just add, a few bits related to Tara. And that'll be at the beginning. So if you'll hear it at the beginning if you're not able to stay and listen to the whole thing of a recording of our session. Lots of love. Ciao.
Thank you.
Be well. Happy New Year. Make the most of it.
Thank
Marta.
you.
I don't think we've met. Hi, Marta. Glad to know you were here. Ciao. Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you all for
Thank you, everyone, for your participation. Jeff, good to meet you today. Yeah. Patricia, hi. Kathy Curry, hi. Have we met? I know your name somehow.
On Twitter.
On Twitter, that's what I thought. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Be well, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Be Tara. Be the Taras